go into these drug-infested areas, and we stop vehicles. We make contact with individuals and people in these communities that have these drug problems. A dog that can locate narcotics is a really good asset to have.
Mobile County's Deputy of the Year is a canine officer who has seen his share of manhunts and chases involving violent bad guys.
Sergeant Jason Arendall recently sat down with our Eric Reynolds to talk about his dog and partner Ori and how the canine job puts both of them in harm's way. Here's the interview.
It's probably one of the most rewarding jobs. I have a dog. He don't complain about the radio station. And he doesn't mind where we go to eat at, so he's actually the best partner.
Sergeant Jason Arendall of the Mobile County Sheriff's Office has had good partners in his 16 years of law enforcement. But when the opportunity came with the Sheriff's Office for the Marine veteran and former Mobile police officer to join the K-9 unit, he moved quickly.
And I placed my name on a list, and I was given an interview, and before I knew it, I had a dog. And I was going through a month-long course with my partner.
Mobile County's 2012 Deputy of the Year, Sergeant Arendall has long known the importance of a relationship with partners on the force and as a Marine.
You're going to back them and be there for them if they need you. That transition pretty easily from a military to any police force. The connection between police officers and the way we have to look out for one another. I really like the camaraderie side of police work. You go out and patrol. Certain sticky situations with these guys you have to depend on sometimes to back you in deadly and violent situations. So there's definitely a bond that's created.
Arendall had to develop a bond with Ori, his canine partner.
Everybody loves to work with dogs, but when it's your responsibility 40 hours a week, Saturday and Sunday when you're off, to take care of this animal and you're responsible for it, it hits you all at one time. But there's a bond obviously that's created. I take him home at night. There's a bond created with my family as well. Working day in and day out with your partner, you start to understand what kind of capabilities they bring to the table and what kind of asset they are. There's no other partner out there that's going to be more loyal or do exactly what you ask them to do like a canine. When there's a violent situation, barricaded individuals, a violent felon, or any violent crime, they're going to call our canine division immediately. I might have to send him into harm's way. That's what these dogs are for, where we don't have to send a human.
Sheriff's Office, stop and release the dog!
In February last year, Sergeant Arendall sent Ori into harm's way as they brought the manhunt for Officer Stephen Green's killer to an end.
The suspect was hiding at and barricaded himself under the residence. It was hardly no visibility at all. Ori was actually able to locate him and pull him partially out of the crawl space that he was in so we could identify him. I entered up under the house, and that's when I engaged the suspect. You know, a lot of lives were touched that day. You know, someone lost a father, a dad, a son, a husband.
The K-9 unit has also been a factor in the success of Sheriff Sam Cochran's Meth Text initiative.
We go into these drug-infested areas, and we stop vehicles. We make contact with individuals that have these drug problems. A dog that can locate narcotics is a really good asset to have. Identify the people buying it, and then the actual enforcement and finding these labs. Just the other day we went out and did several complaints, and unfortunately we did get a lab, but it was only one out of about 7 complaints. You could see the success of the Meth Text initiative.
In May this year, Sergeant Arendall, supervisor of the 7-officer, 7-dogs K-9 unit, was recognized for his work.
It's one of those things that, I'll never forget. When I look back on getting that award, it's a humbling experience to have the department and my peers and the administration recognize me for Deputy of the Year.
In Mobile County, Eric Reynolds, Fox 10 News.
Sergeant Arendall says some of the training seems like play at times, but it's a lot of weekly work that has to be consistent and documented.
The Sheriff's Office, or the Sheriff's Department K-9 unit, also supports several different organizations in the county, including smaller town police departments and federal law enforcement agencies.